Not going to take up a lot of people's time. Just wanted to go over some things real quick. I stayed quiet. This Laila Ali, Claressa Shields situation, I stayed quiet. And let women, handle women business. And I stayed out of it. Now that it seems like it's died down, right? Now I feel it's time I can open my mouth and talk. And the reason I say that is because I didn't want my opinion to be jaded by anything that went down in the situation. Love both women as far as their abilities to fight, what they did, period, right? But you want to know about the situation. A lot of you guys wanted to know my opinion, and I just stayed quiet. So I think it's only fair now you hear it directly from the source. Okay? Everybody wants to know, are they going to fight? Who's responsible for it not happening? And it's all I can tell you is this is my thoughts on the whole process. Going into this, I knew and I know Laila Ali isn't going to fight Claressa Shields, no matter what the money is. And the reason why I always knew this was going to be the case is because I know of this woman and how she moves and operates. Laila Ali, who is a very beautiful woman, and when she got into fighting and met her probably 2-3 times, my cousin is named after her. She actually, posted or reposted the picture they sent of her with the Laila Ali. She dressed up like Laila Ali for Halloween, and Laila actually reposted it. She's named after her. So my thing is this: with all of that being said, I know how she operates though. Laila Ali does not give a damn about the sport of women boxing. Okay? She got in the sport to get what she could get out of it through the marketing side. She's about the bottom line, the dollar. That's it. She didn't do anything for the sport of female boxing. She did what was best for Laila Ali. That's all she cared about. And all the endorsements she got, used her father's name, everything to boost herself to get something for Laila, not for women boxing. Because if that was the case, her team, when they cut her from the Klitschko fight, it was supposed to be televised as a doubleheader. They cut her fight and didn't televise it. They cut her off. HBO did because of, I guess, demands at the last minute. And HBO got pissed and then cut her off of the fight. Now, that's fine if you don't want to grow the sport and you don't want to do that and you were just there to get yours. That's fine. But when someone else is actually helping enhance the entire sport of boxing from a female's perspective, I don't know how you go against something like that or even have the words to say something about it. You're not in this field. So that was kind of weird because she's been out of the ring for so long. But like I said, I'm not here to go in on the subject. I'm just here to make the point clear. The person that's definitely held this whole thing up is Laila Ali. She's very, what they call, confident, right? But other people will take it as arrogance. And she has a streak of jealousy. When Ronda Rousey was the baddest thing on the planet, right? We all knew this was false and being pushed. Laila injected herself into that situation. Like, hey, don't forget what I did, and I was this and I was that. And was basically using Ronda Rousey to push herself into a back and forth, wanting to, start stuff with Ronda because you didn't want to fight Ronda Rousey. You wanted to get the publicity, the attention. That's going to lead to sponsorship. That's going to lead to TMZ. It's just a marketing ploy. I knew this was what you were going to do because I know how you operate, and that's basically what you did. You used that till it went away. Then when she lost, you were basically gloating as if you won the fight. You didn't even fight. So I know this is what she does constantly. So my thing is, if you got one more fight in you, like you're talking, then call up Ann Wolf. I think Ann got one more fight in her. And I think she would get in shape for that one fight if you willing to get in that ring. But you don't want that fight. Because if you cared about women boxing, you would have made that fight happen. But you know why you didn't want to make that fight happen. There was a 99% chance of you losing that fight. That's why you didn't take it. Now, Claressa Shields, you can have your opinions about her rapping and twerking and doing all that. That's fine and dandy. You can have your opinion. But the way the game is now and the way the marketing is, she's made this thing interesting where people are paying attention to women's sports. She the one that stood out so that women could, fight, to basically fight in the Olympics. She took a stance so that women can get equal pay or raise in pay because they weren't getting paid anything and they were fighting for the country. It's like, you guys are going to get the glory, the country is, if I go and bring in a gold medal. And if I want to bring in a gold medal, I shouldn't have to come back to the slums while y'all get to parade around in the pictures and all of this stuff, and y'all make all this money and we have nothing. So for females that make it through women boxing, she made that available. You didn't fight for that. You didn't fight for the other women coming up. You fought for Laila Ali, and that was it. She could have just got money herself, but she fought for every other woman coming up but after her and long after she's gone. Headlining shows, selling out venues, by herself as a female. That should be applauded and, put on a pedestal. But if she, she's a fighter. So if you keep talking about her, she's going to be like, look, let's just get in the ring. Why are we doing all this chatting back and forth? Let's just fight. And then 15 million is on the table and she's, well, the money ain't there. It's not there until the money's in escrow, She's going to come up with any excuse. It could be 30 million on the table. Laila Ali's ego won't let her do it because she don't want to lose. Her brand is built on her never losing, looking pretty, and all of that. That's what she's built it on. I'm a knockout. In the ring, I get knockouts, and I'm a knockout outside the ring. I'm the catch. I mean, look. She's married to, I'm not even going to go there, but she's married to Curtis Conway, that from the Bears. That says it all. Now, the second marriage, really. We won't go into the first. But let's just say ego. Okay, she wants to wear the pants, and she does. She wants to control every aspect, and that takes away from the beauty to me. That takes away from it. So, oh, I know who to blame for this. I know all the way before it all went down. I just stayed out of it because I knew who was at fault. I knew who was wrong. I knew who was right. I knew who was the one that would be willing to make the fight, and the person that isn't. And my thing at this point is like, don't give her any attention. Seriously, just don't give her any attention, because the more attention you give her, the worse it's gonna become. Like, she's just gonna use it to build up a marketing. I mean, look what she did. She did 2 YouTube videos to say, this is part 1 of my decision. Part 2 is coming up. And I'm like, what? And if you end this with you not fighting, which I knew she was gonna do, because I'm used to the Laila Ali marketing plan. She got all these people to pay attention to think she's gonna fight, but I was like, she's not gonna fight, and then make herself look ridiculous to everybody else. Like, oh, you just wasted our time. I'm like, I already knew where this was going. Y'all wasted y'all time. There's no way she's gonna fight a 20-something-year-old active fighter who's the best in the game right now at her weight class and at any class that's carrying the sport, and she hadn't fought in about 20 years. She's gonna come out of a 20-year layoff, no warm-up, get in the ring, and fight Clarissa. She is. How was Laila Ali as a fighter? She was nothing really unique except for she had power. She threw her punches correctly. That's how she got a lot of knockouts. She was strong. She's a big girl. She got some really big thighs and was very powerful. But she's not going to beat Claressa. She is. I can tell you that now. She won't win. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm going to holler at y'all later. All right? Told y'all I wasn't going to stay long.